Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Other shows we have for you to enjoy at myclassicradio.net. The Avengers was most certainly not a household name in South Africa prior to the radio series. With no national television service until 1976, the mechanism simply was not present in the country to show television programs to mass audiences. While many other countries reveled in the filmed adventures of John Steed and Company, South Africa was not equipped to join in the fun. The series took Britain by storm and made a major impression in the American markets, being that greatest of rarities, a British series given a network transmission slot. However, as a film series, rather than a videotaped one, The Avengers was able to gain a modicum of exposure in South Africa through film rentals. Come and listen at myclassicradio.net.
Calling All Cars, a copyrighted program created by the Rio Grande Oil Company. Calling all cars, attention all cars. Calling all Immigration Border Patrol cars. Broadcast 89. Be on the lookout for unscheduled airplanes crossing the border with smuggled Chinese. That's all. Ladies and gentlemen, Calling All Cars is pleased to present as guest artist on tonight's broadcast Kermit Maynard, star of Ambassador Pictures, Canadian mounted stories. Mr. Maynard will play the part of Mr. Carr in tonight's dramatization.
Order, please. This meeting of the City Council is now officially open for business. Mr. Chairman, I have invited the Chief of Police of our city to present a suggestion. May I introduce our Chief?
Thank you, Mr. Councilman. Mr. Chairman and members of the City Council, my department has been severely criticized recently for letting so many criminals slip through our fingers. My men are handicapped, frankly, because our police cars are not fast enough to catch up with cars used by escaping criminals. You gentlemen can remedy this. You're now about to place a contract for gasoline for all your city's emergency cars. I urge that you award this contract not on price, but on merit. We've made tests with our police cars on many different brands of gasoline, and we usually get superior performance from Rio Grande's cracked gasoline. I've talked with the chiefs of police of Los Angeles, Oakland, Berkeley, Fresno, Bakersfield, Marysville, and Phoenix, Arizona, with the sheriff of Maricopa County, Arizona, and with the sheriff of San Diego County. All these police officials are enthusiastic over the superior performance of their police cars and emergency equipment when powered with Rio Grande cracked gasoline.
Well, there are a lot of other good gasolines on the market, Chief. How come Rio Grande Cracked is getting so many city contracts?
Well, let me introduce Mr. E.H. Harris, sales manager of the Rio Grande Oil Company, who has been conducting these tests for us.
It is true, gentlemen, that wherever it is sold, Rio Grande cracked gasoline powers more police cars, fire engines, ambulances, and other emergency equipment than any other brand. And this is the reason. Rio Grande is the only refiner in the West licensed to make gasoline by the patented Sinclair refining process. The newest, finest cracking plant in America belongs to Rio Grande, and cracked gasoline is manufactured by the newest and costliest refining process known.
How much more does it cost to get this superior cracked gasoline?
Well, that's the best part about it. I'll tell you just what Rio Grande tells the public. You pay no more for Rio Grande cracked gasoline with tetraethyl added than for other good gasolines, but you get more for your money. Your police cars and fire engines will make greater speed than ever before, have greater power, and you'll get more miles per gallon.
Gentlemen, I see no need for further discussion. The fact that so many other cities and counties have been using Rio Grande cracked gasoline exclusively for years, and it costs no more, and the fact that our police chief wants it to speed up his police cars, well, all in favor of changing to Rio Grande cracked, say yes.
Aye.
And now it is our great pleasure to introduce Mr. Walter E. Carr, Los Angeles District Director of the Immigration Service. Mr. Carr.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I've been asked many times whether I'm a G-man. If G-man means government man, then I am. But while our activities often do involve members of the so-called underworld, the duties of the service which I represent cover a much broader scope than the detection and arrest of criminals. We must, in addition to our constant efforts to prevent the smuggling of aliens into the United States and to rid the country of those illegally here, carry on a continuous program of service and friendly counsel from the time the new arrival reaches our shores until he acquires the full status of citizenship. This work imposes a tremendous responsibility, for our every act bears directly upon the lives and fortunes of individuals. And as we are the only officials with whom they come in contact, to many, we represent the personalization of the United States government, and as such, must always accord the most courteous and kindly consideration and leave an impression of friendliness rather than of stern officialdom. We do not look upon the illegally entered aliens as criminals, but rather as poor unfortunates who are entitled to sympathy and consideration, even though corrective action on our part is legally mandatory. Tonight's story is typical of hundreds of hopeless individuals who, through false propaganda put forth by those who do not hesitate to profit through the misfortune of others, every year attempt to come to this country illegally, believing it to be the land of wealth and ease, not knowing that they're really the victims of vicious racketeering systems. It is to the unearthing of such racketeers and the stamping out of such vicious systems that much of our effort is devoted.
It is a gray March day in the village of Quang Fu on the banks of the swollen, muddy Yangtze River in central China. 6 weeks ago, the last grain of rice had disappeared from the storehouses into the hungry mouths of the starving coolies. Long since the cattle had been slaughtered. Now even the sacred blue temple dogs had been sacrificed. Stalking famine had come plague, dread cholera striking down with blind impartiality the strong and the weak, the old and the young, until there is no more room in the burial ground, no time to care for the dead, until those still strong enough to make the effort consign their grisly charges to the heaving brown bosom of the Yangtze. It is a desolate, sickening place, this village of death, and young Li Chung, as he stands with a friend by the river's bank, would willingly trade places with the silent human driftwood floating by.
It is for this, then, that we labor long from dawn's gray breaking until past the hour of the setting sun. We toil in the rice fields, that we may someday float toward the great sea with the fish gnawing at our bellies.
It has always been so. Each year famine comes upon us.
But never has it been like this. We have lived through 3 such times, but our families have lived too.
How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1, go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2, collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3, play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games, all for free?
Step 4, unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Other shows we have for you to enjoy at myclassicradio.net. 21 Precinct was a police drama broadcast on CBS from July 7, 1953 to July 26, 1956. It initially served as a summer replacement for My Friend Irma. The show was produced in cooperation with the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association of City of New York and adaptations from True Criminal in New York. The Policeman's Point of View. Historically, the 21st Precinct had been located near Gramercy Park, Manhattan. In 1929, the department reorganized the precinct numbering, and 21st designation was discontinued. No such precinct existed during the run, nor does a 21st precinct exist. However, the fictional precinct's territory closely corresponds to that of the Upper Side's 23rd precinct since 192. Come and listen at myclassicradio.net.
Now the dragon death has lived too. Now the dragon death comes, and we all shall die. You shall die. Soon I too will follow my honorable mother down the river, through the river, through the river, through the river, through. There is nothing left. Follow my honorable mother down the river, through. There is nothing left. There is nothing left. There is nothing left. Shall you and I remain here in the river, through? There is nothing left. Shall you and I remain here in the homes of our ancestors in the river, through? There is nothing left. Shall you and I remain here in the homes of our ancestors? There is nothing left. There is nothing left. Shall you and I remain here? Oh, my honorable mother down the river, through? There is nothing left. Shall you and I remain here in the homes of our ancestors, in the homes of our ancestors, in the homes of our ancestors, until the dragon death tickle my honorable mother down the river, through? There is nothing left. Shall you and I remain here in the homes of our ancestors, until the dragon death tickle my honorable mother down the river, through? There is nothing left. Shall you and I remain here in the homes of our ancestors until the dragon death tickle my honorable mother down the river, through? There is nothing left. Shall you and I remain here in the homes of our ancestors until the dragon death tickle the river, through? There is nothing left. Shall you and I remain here in the homes of our ancestors until the dragon death tickle the river, through? There is nothing left. Shall you and I remain here in the homes of our ancestors until the dragon death takes us to? What else is there to do? We could leave. Leave? Leave our homes? Why not? But where would we go? It is like this everywhere. This is the way life is. It is not like this everywhere. In America, it is different. America? Yes. In America, there is food, there is money. But how are we to go to America? It is even further than Shanghai, is it not? It is across the great sea, but we can go. My respected father has a friend. Surely he will help us go to America. Let us leave here. It could not be worse than this. In America, there is food, plenty. I will make a last prayer at the shrine of my honorable ancestors. Then we will go. I will do what I can for the son of my honorable friend, if he will promise to pay for his passage when he gets to America. Of course we will pay, worthy Thingy. There is money in America. We will pay. Then leave everything to me. Just sign these papers, and I will take care of everything. How much money will we make in America? Money? Much money. Perhaps $1 a week. That is almost $1 in America.
A tile a week? That is indeed a fortune?
Of course. Yes, that is right. You have signed in the proper place. Now, no doubt you will want to see the sights of Shanghai. Would you like some money now?
Respected sir, we did not come to ask alms.
No. But you have signed our agreement. It is a loan.
Well, we would like some money.
Of course you would. Here is a tile apiece. May your ancestors ever smile upon you.
And 1,000 joss sticks burn eternally for your memory.
Enjoy yourself, my friends. And within a week, you will be started across the ocean to America.
To America? It is difficult, Wong Kai, to believe that we will be in America.
Gong.
Yes, master.
I have just bought 2 more slaves, Wong Kai and Li Chang. Enter their names on my book. And against them, place a loan of $5 American money.
At once, master.
Buenos dias, Senor Luis. Hello, Manuel. How is the Port of Petrol?
Fine.
We have not seen you out here in Tijuana for a long time. Now you come back. What are you looking for this time?
Oh, Washington's come through with another appropriation so we can hunt down some smugglers for a change.
Smugglers, huh?
Yeah, looking for Chinese this time. Seen any new arrivals around town? We cleared 2 through San Pedro 10 days ago under bond to Tijuana. Just last week, 4 more came through.
Yes, Senor Williams, I have seen several French Chinese around Fusung's laundry.
Yeah? Any of them look like these pictures? Li Chang and Wong Kai. They're the new ones that came in 10 days ago.
Well, Senor, I didn't notice. One Chinaman looks much like another.
Oh, no, they don't. Not to us, anyway.
Perhaps not.
You say there's some new ones over at Fusung's laundry, eh?
Yes, Senor.
Well, I guess that's my cue to have a couple of shirts washed.
Look at these pictures. Yeah, I can remember them.
Okay. Keep your eyes on.
All right, be back in a minute.
Oh, yes. A good day. You like your laundry wash?
Yeah, I got a couple of shirts.
We're very glad to wash the shirt.
When do you let me have them?
Oh, maybe so tomorrow evening.
Not till then. Looks like you should do it quicker than that with 3 men working here.
Oh, no, tomorrow evening earliest. These new men, not very fast.
Well, okay. Make it tomorrow evening, then.
Well,
they're all right. The Li Chang and Wong Qi are working as laundry assistants.
that's swell.
Where are we going now?
We're just a couple of yokels looking over the country. And I understand there's a very interesting casino down the coast of Santa Rosa. Now, what do you say we visit it?
Okay.
Two very cold bottles of today.
Oh, thank you.
See, senor.
Waiter.
We something else?
Yes. By the way, how far is it from here to Ensenada?
Ensenada is 35 miles.
35 miles, eh? Well, it's just about the halfway point between Tijuana and Ensenada.
See, senor.
Yeah, pretty lonely spot, this.
Old people, you know, they come by automobiles stop sometime.
Well, if there were only a town here, that mesa over there would make a swell landing field for planes.
Yes, it is a good landing field.
Yeah? Any planes ever land there?
Oh, sometimes, you know, they fly down here for the fishing.
Say, I wish somebody'd land now. I like to watch aeroplanes.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You used the field recently? Well, yes. There was an aeroplane here yesterday. It just landed and took off again.
Sure. It just landed and took off. Could you tell enough about the field that way?
Sure, boss. It's a cinch.
I told you to make sure you can take off with an overload. You know what that means. 3 Chinamen stuffed in your cockpit.
I can do it, okay.
Now, you'd better be sure. I don't want any slips on this job.
There won't be.
And that better not be. I'm charging me enough to run these guys in. $500 a head.
I gotta charge you that. The Fed's just got another appropriation. They're making it hot down around the border. I'm taking chances.
Okay. Don't give me a sob story. Well, when are you bringing them in?
As soon as I line up another flyer.
Line up another flyer? I thought you had flyers.
Sure, they're Stanton and me. Usually that's enough. But with the heat of the border patrol turning around, I gotta have a man working up here, too.
Well, who are you gonna get for the other man?
Well, I gotta land on a young kid. Pretty good flyer, too. Young punk by the name of Dick Thompson.
Now, Dick Thompson, stop carrying on like that. Just because you lost that job is no sign that you and your poor old mother are going to starve to death.
Oh, I know it, Ma, but it's discouraging. I was counting on that county fair job to pay the rent for a couple of months. And I would have, too. All I had to do was a few loops and a couple of barrel rolls.
Well, if you ask me, I'm just as happy that you did get the job. Now, I don't like the idea of you skylarking around the country doing these airplane acrobatics. Someday you'll break your neck.
Not me, Mother. You don't realize that your son's another Charlie Lindbergh.
Young man, if you're thinking of flying across the ocean, I'll turn you over my knee and spank the idea out of you with a hairbrush.
Well, don't worry about me flying across the ocean. That takes money. I haven't got enough of that to make you a decent home.
Oh, fiddlestick. You're a fine son. And I'm proud of you. And I know you'll make good.
I wish I was so sure. God, I'd do anything for a job.
Here's all you gotta do, Dick. You just fly down with me to a field south of Tijuana, pick up 3 passengers, and fly back.
Yeah, but who are the passengers?
What do you care? You're getting $300 a head for them. Think of that, kid. $900.
$900?
Take you 6 months to earn that any other way, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess it would.
You can buy a lot of things with that dough, kid.
Yeah. But why are you willing to pay so much? What's the catch?
Well, it's very simple. We're going to run some Chinamen into Los Angeles.
Smuggling Chinese? Hey, but that's against the law.
No, it is, but what of it?
Yeah, but I don't want to break the law.
Why? Because you're afraid you'll get caught? Well, you ain't going to get caught. I guarantee you that.
But it's not right.
Listen, kid, that's a lot of baloney. $900 in cold, hard cash can make a lot of things look right.
Yeah, maybe so, but...
For 3 weeks, the undercover man Willis worked below the border, shadowing Fusung's new laundry assistant, watching the cantina at Santa Rosarita, checking every strange Chinese in Tijuana. Then one day he sends a report to headquarters in Los Angeles, which prompts Walter E. Carr, district director of the Immigration Service, to summon his men.
Boys, Willis has been doing a great job down below the border, and now it's up to us to finish it.
They coming over?
Yeah, tonight. According to Willis information, 2 planes will leave from Santa Rosarita an hour before dawn. They will land at the El Segundo Airport at daybreak. Now, here's a map of the airport. As you can see, there are eucalyptus groves at either end. Sam Thompson, McCann, and Bond will be stationed with me at this side of the field nearest the shack. Dean and Brandy will be hidden in the clump of trees at the other side. As the ships come in, we will close in from both sides and nab them. Is that clear? Yeah. We've got to make doubly sure we get these men. Watson, I want you to take a detail into Chinatown. Should there be any last-minute change in plans that would cause us to lose our men, I'll expect you to pick them up in Chinatown. Undoubtedly, that's their destination.
Yes, sir.
You better go to City Hall and ask Jim Davis to lend you some of the men from his Chinatown detail. He's always glad to cooperate.
Yes, sir.
All right, boys, that's all for the present. We'll leave from here at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Early the the following morning, as the Border Patrol inspect their rifles and receive last-minute instructions from Carr, 6 Chinese huddled in an old Ford truck bound along the rutty road south of Tijuana.
It is true then, Wang Kai, that at last we go to America?
Yes. Fu Sung assures me by the hour of the boiling of the rice, we will be there.
So soon? But we travel so slowly. It is far, is it not, Wang Kai?
Yes, it is far, but we travel with wings.
With wings?
Yes, in the white man's devil bird. We fly to America.
We fly in a roaring devil bird? No, Wang Kai, I am frightened. I do not want to fly.
You must. There is no other way.
No. Tell them I will not go. I am frightened.
It is written that terror is the cloak of fools and children.
But Wang Kai, we may be killed.
Trust in the white man. And remember, soon we will be in America, where there is food.
Yes, that is true.
No more shall our bellies feel like empty pigskins. No more shall we face the dragon death of Kwang Fu. Certainly, Li Chang, the white man's devil bird can hold no more terror than the dragon death.
I am content.
We're stopping. Listen.
Got the whole lot in there, Fu Sung?
Yes, we got 1, 2, 3, 6 fine China boys.
Who is speaking? What are they saying?
It is one of the white men addressing Fu Sung. I cannot understand his language.
Okay, fool, let's get him out of here. We gotta get going. Come on, you birds, pile out.
But I am...
Come on, I said, get going. They're dumb, they don't even savvy English. You tell them, Fu Sung. Come on.
Listen, Blackie, how are we going to carry 6 Chinese? We only got 2-seater ships.
Don't worry about that, kid. We just stuff them in the rear cockpit.
Stuff them in? How?
Anyway, they go in.
Oh, but they'll be uncomfortable.
What's the difference? They're only Chinamen.
And we'll overload the ship.
Worth the chance for $900 in it.
Yeah, but anything might happen with a load like that.
If anything happens, bail out and let the ship crash.
Let the Chinese crash with us?
Sure, what's the difference?
Well, if they're working on schedule, they ought to be here pretty soon.
Hey, Carl, look. There's a guy coming out of that shack on the field.
Well, I'll be darned. Good thing we stayed out of sight.
He's monkeying around that ship over there, taking the top off the motor.
Well, what the devil? He's going to start it.
What do you suppose that's all about?
Hey, that guy'll bear watching.
He keeps looking toward the south.
Must be one of the gang.
Maybe they're not going to land here at all.
That'd make things just dandy, wouldn't it?
Well, we'll soon know. Here comes 2 ships from the south, and our friend is climbing into his ship.
Hey, those 2 ships are circling the field.
We're crossed up. They're not going to land. That bird's taking off.
There's just one thing to do. Bond, you and McCann follow them.
Follow them? In what?
In your car. Try to keep them in sight. Keep that siren wide open and don't lose those ships.
Okay, boss. Let's go now.
Sirens open wide, the 2 federal officers scream through Gardena, straight west toward Torrance. Bond is driving like a madman, and McCann scanning the reddening cloud-streaked sky, vainly trying to keep up with the trio of speeding airplanes. It is a hopeless, uneven race. As the federal car roars along the gravel road...
They're landing, Bond. Where? How do I know? It must be 5 miles ahead. Well, try to fix the spot. It's over that rise ahead there, where the oil wells are. We may be able to catch them. Toward El Segundo. Say, the boys will take care of them if they go back there. See anything on the field? They must have dropped the Chinaman. They kicked up such a cloud of dust, I can't tell. This is going to be bumpy, but hang on. Okay. Here's where they landed, all right. Yeah, and look. Here are the tracks of the pickup car. Say, they must have got away into that cloud of dust. I hope they're heading for Chinatown. If they are, we've still got a chance. What are you picking wildflowers for? I'm not picking flowers. I'm just taking a sample of these oats. Now let's get back to the El Segundo Airport.
Well, I wonder if Bond and McCann had any luck, Sam.
I hope so. But it sure was a tough assignment.
Oh, I realize that, but there's nothing else to do.
I don't suppose there's much sense in hanging around here any longer. You?
Yeah, I think we'd better. McCann and Bond will come back here to report. We might as well wait for them.
Hey, look, Walter.
Here comes 3 planes. Heading this way, too. And they're coming down. Looks like they're going to land. Signal the boys on the other side. We'll take them when they come in. And McCann's seen them, too. Here comes 2 of them, landing together. They taxi up, we'll step out. Okay, Sam, you take the one on the right, I'll take the other one. Pick up your hands, get out of those ships. Come on, move. Federal officer.
What's this all about?
You're under arrest.
What for?
Smuggling.
You're crazy.
Climb down out of that ship and don't give us any argument.
There comes the 3rd ship holder.
He's seen us.
He's going to try to take off.
Come on, McCann. Pump the bullets into that motor. Don't let him get away. Good work. Right through the propeller. All right, you climb down and come over here. Snap the cuffs on these men, McCann. Sam, give a look through these 2 planes here.
Hey, look here. Us guys are just sportsman flyers. What's this smuggling you're talking about?
Oh, I think you know well enough.
Oh, I don't get you.
Didn't you fly over this field a few minutes ago?
No.
Where you been?
Just up for a little spin. My friends and I took off before dawn to try some night flying.
Hey, Walter, here comes Bond and McCann.
Oh, I see you got the boys.
Yes, but they're innocent as schoolgirls. How about the Chinese?
Oh, they got away. We chased these birds all the way to Gardena. Listen, you guys have got us all wrong. We don't know nothing about smuggling. Oh, yeah? Well, here's the proof.
You see this bunch of oats, Walter?
Yes.
Well, I picked them on the field where the ship landed. This bunch here, I pulled it out from the running gear of this plane.
Guess our chemists will find it the same, eh?
I imagine so.
Gee, Blackie, I told you there was too much danger in this.
Shut up, you squealer.
I ain't squealing. Besides, what'll my mother do now?
And how do you feel now, Li Chang, after your ride in the white man's devil bird?
It was like a dream in which you ride to the heavens on the back of a snorting dragon.
You see, there was nothing to be afraid of. And here we are in America.
In America. Soon we will make much money. We will never go hungry. Is it not so, Honorable Kylo?
Yes, you will not go hungry if you work.
What is that high temple we are approaching, Kylo?
That is the Los Angeles City Hall. We enter now the town of our Chinese brethren, where you will meet your employer, the Venerable Su Fu.
Look, Wang, it is like our own village of Kung Fu. See the signs of the apothecaries and the sellers of herbs. See the temple of Buddha. And Honorable Kylo, what are those many figures plastered up on the wall?
That is the lottery. You will learn about this too. You may win someday. And then you can buy your freedom.
Our freedom?
Certainly. You are the slaves of our Venerable Su Fu. He has brought you to this country. You will work for him 10, 20, 30 years to pay your debt. If you win the lottery, of course, you can pay it sooner.
Well, what does the Honorable Kylo mean? Slave, freedom, what is this for?
I do not understand. But Kylo is very learned. He has lived in America many years.
What for, pullover? What is the matter?
6 Chinamen in the back seat. Where are you boys from?
We are taking a ride.
Yeah, I bet. 2 of those guys answered the identification list pictures. Li Chang and Wong Kai. Come on, boys. Pile out.
Where do you take us?
Just up the street to headquarters.
What is the Honorable Gentleman saying, Kylo?
Why are we stopped? What does he want us to get out of the carriage, Kylo?
It is the police. We are captured.
Captured? What do you mean?
We are under arrest.
What will they do to us?
To you? You will be sent back to China. I? Well, we shall see.
Sent back to China?
Sent back to our village of Guangfu? To starvation? To the dragon's death?
So back to China went Lai Chung and Wong Kai. and their 4 companions, and to jail West Hilo. 2 of the aviators were sentenced to San Quentin Penitentiary for 2 years on a charge of conspiracy. But young Dick Thompson, whose one adventure in breaking the law ended so unhappily for him, was spared by the court and paroled to me personally. He never repeated his offense and is now a respectable citizen and a devoted son, still looking out for his old mother. Upon the completion of their prison terms, his 2 companions returned once more to the life of crime, one of them eventually dying in a crack up in Ohio. The other at present residing in an eastern penitentiary on a forgery charge. The big shot, the brains of the smuggling gang, a retired Army officer, was one step nearer prison as a result of this job, and eventually we caught up with him and put him away for 19 long years. But that's another story, and I hope someday to be able to tell it to you.
Thank you, Mr. Carr. Ladies and gentlemen, would you like to read more about the true crime stories dramatized on this program? Full descriptions and photographs of cases to be broadcast are published each month in the Calling All Cars News. To get your free copy of this unique publication, full of crime, movie, and radio news, at any service station selling Rio Grande cracked gasoline. While you're in the station, try a tank full of exactly the same gasoline that is used by more police cars, fire engines, and ambulances than any other brand wherever it is sold. Rio Grande Cracked, the gasoline that gives you police car performance at no extra cost. This is your narrator, Frederick Lindsley, bidding you good night for the Rio Grande Oil Company.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.